Hola.
Oli, oli.
¿Qué tal, Corita?
Cansadita, pero bien. Suficiente energía para aguantar el directo.
Claro, es que llevamos unos días que madre mía, ¿eh?
Totalmente.
No me he traído
No voy a
agua.
decir.
Soy un
Uy, yo sí, por suerte.
desperdicio de humano.
Qué bobo.
A ver, diario de viaje. ¿Qué ¡Oh! 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 Bebidas.
Oh, dice.
Ha cambiado el salto. Bebidas. Llamaré las pruebas. Sí, cambiaron el salto, vaya, vaya. Han puesto a Silverwood. Y a la chica esta que no, desconozco completamente, pero llevo una corona. Yo voy tirando, alguna saldrá en algún momento. En algún punto me haré esto, probablemente fuera de cámara. Hay un desafío en curso. ¿Quieres continuar el desafío? Sí, quiero continuar el desafío.
Over here.
Ah, es verdad que nos
Keep
habíamos
moving
teníamos que volver
forward
al
and
exterior.
don't look back.
¡Dangen está hablando!
I believe in you.
¡Igual también!
Maravilloso.
Nice.
¡Han vuelto! ¡Han regresado! Bueno, en realidad no es sorpresa, ya me lo había dicho Miss, pero escucharlo por mí mismo es una cosa diferente.
Total.
Pero sí, creo que están grabando las cosas anteriores que no habían grabado, porque no les pagaban por ello. Y las han vuelto a hacer. No quiero caminar, quiero correr. ¿Por qué no corres? No. No, no vayas andando tan lento. No. No.
A warm embrace awaits you. Please, I beg you, look back for me.
Ah, vale, gracias. No me puedo desviar. Encima me devuelve el camino. Ok.
Lift your chin up high and step
Vaya.
forward with us toward tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
tío.
right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Pues nada, continuemos.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Qué guapo mi day, por favor.
Partner, we shall become heroes together. Almost there.
Y ya estamos con Castorice.
Finally. Thank you, Castris. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at that sea of flowers.
Quizá pueda echar un último vistazo a esto. Las opciones: no mires atrás, sigue adelante. 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 No sé cuál de estas opciones voy a escoger. ¿Cuál crees que debería escoger, Cora?
No sé. La verdad es que yo también tengo la duda.
La de no mires atrás y sigue adelante, ¿no? Yo creo que esa es la correcta.
Tiene que serlo. Yo también lo creo, pero es
Tiene
que
que
no estoy
serlo.
totalmente segura.
Bueno, yo lo voy
Tiene
a
que
dar
haber
aquí y veremos.
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path.
Acherón.
It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
tus
All
recuerdos
of
quizás.
this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend!
Man. Yo lo que he escuchado ha
Take
sido
my
un...
hand!
Tu historia de protagonista
Let's go
no ha
home.
terminado. Ahora otra vez, mundo mortal. Vámonos con Mem.
Let the trail blazing continue.
Qué bonito. A seguir trazando caminos. Vamos. Estoy respirando. Respiro.
I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together.
La reminiscencia.
Is
El
it
león.
Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Esto de que las animaciones ignoren todo el volumen que tú has puesto y se pongan a
May
tope.
we
Sí,
reunite in the
es
new
horrible.
world.
Aunque las cinemáticas no me
Las
molesta
cinemáticas
porque siempre se van a subir.
Me
Pero son tan
molesta eso.
bonitas.
Exactamente, que no deberían subirse.
Pero son tan bonitas.
Está mal programado.
Was what you've been seeking your whole life?
Clara está
I
indignada
gave
con
up
Anaxa.
everything in search of truth.
Normal.
And it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Finan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else.
Aglaya
You've
me
nearly
parece tan
exhausted
bonita.
your humanity. You're no different from
Y
my
por algún
current
motivo la
state
pego con
as a
Anaxa.
walking
Me encantan.
corpse.
Por algún motivo.
That's true.
Es que me encantan. O
I
sea, la
long
razón y el
since
amor.
burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us?
Vaya,
May
vaya.
I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
Como que puedo resonar con tu Yesca. Eso suena muy mal.
Impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
Pues
I've
está
long
perdiendo su humanidad.
predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Su terrible sentido del estilo.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Qué gracia me hace Anaxa, de verdad, me encanta. Yesca de la muerte. Vamos a dejarla en su sitio. Y tiene pinta... Jo, no me ha dejado escuchar lo que iba a hacer.
I don't see Castris among your number.
Bueno, es que ya se tenía que quedar en el
Looks like she
inframundo.
not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
Creo que siempre estará a nuestro lado.
I agree.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Comienza la ceremonia. Y con suerte se termine este capítulo.
O gods
Por
who have
favor.
returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Adiós, Castorice. Mantén pulsado para entregar la yesca. Ya está. Entregamos la yesca. Una más para la colección. Faltan 3. Mis ojos, demasiado blanco.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
Castorice.
Is that Castorus?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
Qué bonita que es.
Sí.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Castorus... No. The Titan... They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
Quedan 3 yescas.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
La del conocimiento.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present.
Y luego está la de...
Let's get
Aquí
this
la que es la del
execution
cielo.
over with.
Y
We
el que
wouldn't want
sostiene
to
el
bring
mundo.
shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Pero no sientas la presión, ¿vale? Tranquilo.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone
Es que
to our
literal.
reunion in the new world.
No deshonres ni a la vaca.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Adiós.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Lo mismo digo.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
No suena muy...
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Ah, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Con la sonrisita.
Xerxes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul! And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Bueno, y adiós Anaxa. Ha durado mucho.
Totalmente.
Thankfully, she's still
Jolín,
Ay,
van
mira.
muriendo uno tras otro.
¿Quién sí? La siguiente que va a ser 7 de
Was
marzo.
March 7th also
Ay,
in this
Dios.
condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Himeko no ha vuelto.
No, Jimeko, no, Jimeko.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
Le toca hacer Himeko el voto de silencio. Dangen ya lo terminó, pues ahora le toca a Himeko.
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Una buena teoría.
Think about
Han
it,
robado
Miss Himiko.
los pensamientos.
What will happen when
Los
someone
recuerdos.
loses their ability to remember? Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that. Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
Yo no sé si lo sospecha de ti o no. Cisne negro, no la estoy escuchando.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li. I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
¿En mi muerte?
It's fully. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Oh no. Fully acaba de vernos.
How interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head.
Cotilla Erta.
What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's, hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did.
Nos ha llamado tontos.
See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the
Te juro que
cosmos
adoro el
must
espejo.
be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications.
Bueno,
After
es que
all,
Erta me
this
fascina,
is
Erta me encanta. Es uno de mis
collaborative
personajes más
technology.
fuertes. O sea, hace un daño.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Voy a compartir las coordenadas del Express Hotel con la señora Erta.
All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Los personajes de la historia pueden unirse al equipo, o puedo tener a Erta. ¿Quiero tener a Erta? Sí, venga, ¿por qué no?
Erta
Vamos a
hace
cambiar el
daño
equipo.
y si la tienes, tienes que ponerle con alguien de la vía de la erudición para que hagan mucho más daño. En plan, Erta es de ataque y puede atacar en área y hace bastante daño. Y es aconsejable tener a alguien de erudición con ella.
No sé si llevo a alguien de erudición, la verdad.
Puedes poner los filtros. En plan, si pones filtro puedes poner de erudición y así te dice cuáles son.
Perfecto, llevo todos de erudición. Continúe. Nice.
No, creo que no llevas todos de erudición porque, por ejemplo...
Pues no sé, yo he puesto el filtro y me los ha puesto ahí.
Sí,
así que...
pero te pone también los personajes que tienes en el equipo. Te sale primero los personajes
Pues
que
eso
tienes
no
en el
debería
equipo
ser.
y luego...
Eso no debería
De todos
ponerlo así.
modos, cuando das
Mal
equipo
hecho el
te
filtro.
sale el nombre del personaje y abajo te pone de qué día es.
Da igual.
Te lo digo porque si llevas aventurino es conservación, no erudición.
Ya, me ha parecido raro, pero vamos. Sí, llevo a Jade.
No, Jade es
erudición.
suficiente. Es suficiente.
A ver.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the astral express to the Amphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Vale. Tercer
Third
espejo.
mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Pobre cuarto espejo.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Venga.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Despegue.
Warp activated.
A mis ojos otra vez.
Oh, so that's
Es
Amphorius?
que además es como,
Its appearance
toma
is,
blanco.
well, sure is
Sí, sí.
unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
Otra vez. Mis ojos.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Amphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Ah, bien. Una estatua no me gusta, qué fea. Ah, no, sigamos.
I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Ah, bien. Mirades, aquí están los dos. Me parece curioso que este también esté ahí.
How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of.
No es nada que tengas que hacer.
How am I going to get into
Maravilloso
Amphorius?
servicio. A ver.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
La han pillado.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate protocol, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate protocol, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you.
Suena
After
amenaza.
filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all
ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to
De repente me
previously,
suena una
to
notificación
force
de
me into
Facebook porque tengo
cooperating
cuentas
or
del
showing
trabajo.
hostility,
Sí.
do
Que no
know
pasa nada, que
that,
simplemente que se ha debido de publicar algo, o yo qué sé el qué.
like you,
Le voy a prestar
I
atención.
basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Este señor me da más mal rollo esta cosa.
Sí.
No wonder I couldn't find a back door.
Me fío,
When I did a
vamos.
scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Jolín. No me lo creo. Bueno, creo que este es un buen momento para hacer los eventos. ¿Tú qué opinas?
Pues es que no lo sé, porque es que no sé cuánto nos queda.
Hombre,
Porque,
no
¿qué
es.
versión es esta?
No lo sé. Pero
Claro,
es un
es que
buen
deberíamos
momento
saber.
para hacer los eventos.
Ya. Lo mismo nos spoileamos. Pero bueno, supongo que...
Ya te he spoileado los saltos.
And schemes
Madre
disrupted
mía.
the hearts of friends. The maiden who was yet a
Supongo.
weaver was wrapped in a cocoon most grand, untouched by the storms sweeping through the land.
Estoy leyendo las
Pues
historias.
nada, pues hacemos los eventos.
She spent her
Ya el
youth in
próximo
a
día, supongo.
palace of romance,
Sí, sí, sí.
surrounded by
Es que,
treasures
claro, también el problema
even
es que,
names
según me han
beautiful
dicho, hay
beyond
mucho texto
often bathing
en la
in the
trama. O sea,
praise
son
and
largos. Es
admiration
decir,
of wealthy
vamos a tener
nobles.
problema a la hora de parar directo por lo largo que puede llegar a
Till
ser.
warfare
Claro.
set the threads aflame, and the
Y ahí el
devoutly
problema.
praying priest
Entonces,
was
pues nada.
slaughtered
Algún día, si eso,
before
pues
the
intentamos
altar.
empezar
The
antes.
family
Si yo
adored
ceno
by
antes,
all
Sí.
perished before their courtyards,
es que
and
ahora,
the
pues,
blood of
me
her
cuesta un poquito cenar
maidservants
antes.
dyed her golden
Por
mantle
algún motivo, ¿verdad?
red.
Básicamente que
The
estoy sola con mi
golden
padre y a veces ni
threads
cena y a veces
covering
dice,
her
ay,
eyes
venga, vamos a cenar.
snapped,
Y
and
yo
the
como, vale.
concealed truth
También
finally
podrías...
appeared for
tengo hambre, ¿podemos cenar?
Before a strong wind,
Ya, el problema es que no
a
tengo
weak
hambre.
nobility cannot stand.
No me doy cuenta hasta que tengo que cenar.
In the long,
En fin.
endless war,
The Gold Weaver family was shattered by the sword, and the legacy of romance. She had a broken mansion and an empty house. The nobles who once loved her, none now willing to help her. All the romance, talent, peerage, and beauty. What use are they in a disaster? As she closed her eyes in melancholy, the maidservant pushed a broken loom to her earnestly.
Miss, would you like to pick up the shuttle again and weave for me?
The young miss wanted to laugh, but could only respond with shock. For the maid's face was now covered in scars as she fought to protect her mistress's safety.
Though I can no longer see, I still want to don the garments you weave.
And yet, when she heard this, the desire to weave overcame her fears. Therefore, in the broken shadows of a house, the loom of romance moved once more. The garments were exchanged for copious gold, buying back her renown of old. Yet beside this mistress most noble, there was always a blind maid in tow, dressed in luxuries unfitting. As the weaver attended banquets, the praises of her youth returned.
That majestic lady must be Nestia in the flesh.
But harsh words also joined.
The mistress's beauty is quite reduced by a maidservant, so unsightly.
The maidservant apologized in embarrassment, lowering her head.
My mistress, I have brought you shame.
Yet her mistress brought her to the middle of the ball, having her garbed in the latest dress as the model. She now knew that praises and ridicule were both untrue, and that romance cared not for beauty of the face. The golden thread of gods exists only within. She is no longer that helpless girl. She already carries the gods' authority and walks the hero's route. But she still cannot hold back the calamity of strife. When sewing the death shroud, she could not control how her fingers shook. And when the day of the funeral came, she saw the commoners' endless graves, and the nobles dressed in silk, frolicking in the groves, and sadness overwhelmed her.
Madre mía.
Sí, es un poco triste. Espera, quiero ver esta.
Un poquito.
Oh, no.
Is this the destiny unleashed for their act of chasing God's core flames? She kneels before the divine statues and prays to Nestia of romance to look at these garments soaked in blood from the flames of war.
Why are those that appear so fair in fact ugly in truth? Why do faces unsightly contain souls cut from noble cloth? Why can the blind see the light? And why do those with eyes only see night?
The dying god remains silent.
If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny,
She grasps the burning core flame.
I'll exchange for eyes that can see everything.
Warm liquid flows from her eyes that now see all. In that instant, she is sure that she saw the manifestation of beauty.
Que básicamente Aglaea se hirió los ojos a sí misma. Perfecto. Maravilloso servicio. Vamos con la de Midaisu.
To die for glory is not eternal sleep.
This is a lie all Castrum Kremnos keeps.
The world after death is superior to reality and basks in light.
But such vague poems the Crown Prince would not easily believe.
Cowards who dare not to look death in the eye.
He declared thus on the day he returned from the stream of souls.
Longing for a martyr's heaven and reciting self-deceiving stories.
His words are sacrilege incarnate, more arrogant than his blood and family.
True warriors should treat that paradise with spite.
Many followers thus stop, no longer following his steps, for they feel this young man's words, compared to poems, are even more absurd. A body immortal equals not perfection. The man braved dangers endless, simply to seek his weakness. In his greener days with more amateur skills, in crises where death denied him even after kills, he learnt why curse is a synonym for blessing, for he saw that visage of terror at life's closing. The man seems unmoved when this past is mentioned. Having braved death 9 times, he who was once lacking now excels above everyone else, still rising. Yet, when asked if he's still as ticklish as when he was a child, he does not answer. It's a wild tale he won't care to opine. It's said that Castrum Kremnos has secrets divine, through which the king's power has passed a one-man army by strength in their bloodline.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit the throne is a king most infirm.
As the protagonist hears these words, he refutes not, but openly responds.
These are not rumors unfounded, but will they matter if my deeds eclipse those of all other kings, achieving glory beyond?
Never turning back in war, he seizes all our glory.
That rumor in the war camp of fury often casts a shadow on the man's heart, indestructible and fiery. When campaigns become mired in terror, he sends his army to places safe and secure, yet alone he goes to fight, knowing death can touch him ne'er. The Kremnoan detachment who follows him in livery all die in bed, devoid of glory. They have their share of grudges upon death, but the man has no regret, none necessary.
Your glory lies not in death, but in my hands.
The dust settles, and strife calms. A deathly quiet covers his father's realm, and the man alone returns home. A question seems to sound from shadows of the past around.
Did you already walk that flame-chasing road, O king?
Atop the throne, the man mutters alone.
There's nothing else worthy of the hunt. For I am the blazing fire at the journey's end.
As it has been foretold, he killed the king to become a king, and killed the god to become a god. His eternal destiny is to be crowned in blood.
Bueno, pues el último vídeo, Miteimos. Bueno, pues nada, lo vamos a dejar por aquí.
Me parece bien.
Leeremos
Me encanta cómo
estas
narra.
en el... Sí. Ah, hola, Ciro, ¿aún no duermes? Es la segunda vez que nos encontramos a estas horas. ¿No puedes seguir así?
Por favor.
Cora, es la segunda vez que nos encontramos a estas horas. ¿No puedes seguir así?
Ya lo sé. ¿Qué quieres que hagamos?
No quiero que el día termine.
Z, 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 Z.
Yo también he oído a gente decir algo parecido. Supongo que es mejor que no querer afrontar el mañana, ¿no? Sí, supongo. Pues nada, todo en curso, vale, pero... ¿por qué no me pones directamente esto? En fin. Pues lo vamos a dejar por aquí.
Me parece bien. Pues nada. Nos vemos, en todo caso, la próxima semana con más Honkai. Por mi parte, por parte de Siro, no. Pero nada. Así que nada, nos vemos en el próximo directo, que supongo que empezaremos con el evento. Y ya está.
Con uno de los dos. Yo diría del de las copas. Parece ser
Me
más
parece
corto.
bien. Ok, lo veo
Y
bien.
luego con el otro.
Pues a por ello. Hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.
Adiós.